Top of the morning, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the Average Nobody podcast show, broadcasting out of St. Louis, Missouri. That's our home base. Top of the morning again, everyone. I want to come on and just talk a little bit about some of the things that's going on out here. I'm gonna start with a little bit of sports. Okay, I was checking out the highlights from tonight's game with the Lakers and who was that? I want to say the Heat. That's who it was. So I'm looking. You know how when you go into the box score or whatever, your first thing you go to is to see what players them points. You ain't looking at nothing initially but them points. I pulled it up, man. I see that AD done had 9 points in 25 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And they done lost by one? Come on, dog. You mean to tell me 9 points in 25? I done seen you do 25 in 9. Being real. You see what I'm saying? Lose the game. Now I don't know exactly what happened. He got pulled out. He wasn't playing in the fourth. From what it looked like on the box score, he wasn't playing in the fourth. So maybe he got an injury or something. But come on, dog, 9 points in 25 minutes. Then you got Austin Reeves. He did what, 23, played 40 minutes. But the story is who? LeBron again. He got to carry that load. You see what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. This dude, 30 points. Come on, man. How old is LeBron? 40? You see what I'm saying? Shit, he damn near scoring his age. 30 points. You see what I'm saying? He played 37 minutes. That's too much on that, man. Especially if you talking about having them down the line at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? You dig? So I just look at it, and on Miami's end, you got who really Jimmy Butler. He got off a little bit, 37 minutes with 28 points, 4 rebounds, what, 6 assists? Bam had 10 assists? Like, damn. That's what I'm saying about AD. Bam had 10 assists? Come on, man. And 28? No, 22? Come on, man. AD. Come on, bro. It's too early in the season for you to start having these aches and pains, bro. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to be the man. I ain't gonna take nothing from you. You can't take nothing from LeBron. But come on, dog. AD, you supposed to be the man. You done came right back into the season with this roller coaster ride, this up and down. You see what I'm saying? Now, I guess you got an injury. You see, off season, I don't know what you did. You probably ate just as many Big Macs as me, and I don't even eat Big Macs. You see what I'm saying? Some reason, shit, I ain't the most in shape, but damn. In 25 minutes, shit, I at least can give, at 50, I'm 56, I can give you at least 4. Shit, dog, you 20-something years old, man. Come on, AD. We need you, big dog. I'm a big fan of you. Real talk. Big fan of you. Back since the Kentucky days. So, come on, AD. The other thing I want to kind of talk about, I'm going to jump ship a little bit. Talk a little bit of this politics, you see. First, I want to talk about the local situation. And when I mean local, although I stay in, say, North County, North St. Louis, North County, St. Louis, I still consider myself a St. Louis resident because I was born and raised in the city. So I do pay attention to their politics also. So, one of the biggest things that's going on down in the city is this homeless situation. So, I'm sitting back and I'm thinking to myself, self, what would you do about this homeless situation if you had the ability or the funds, or you even say what's the mayor of St. Louis City? And this also kind of applies to the county executive of St. Louis County. This, they receive this money, this Rams money, from the lawsuit of when the Rams left St. Louis. Stan Kroenke, old chum booty ass, he decided, I want to take the team away, put a bad team out here after Georgia brought us a Super Bowl, as everybody know. Greatest show on turf. You see what I'm saying? But, Stan decided he wanted to take his team to California. Okay, St. Louis City and County and the regional authority sue. Settlement, 90, almost $1 billion, put it that motherfucking way. St. Louis City get a majority, county get a nice slice, and the regional authority get a nice slice. Okay, let's talk about the city of St. Louis. So one of the things, and this, like I said, includes the county. One of the biggest things is a homeless problem. Okay, now I've noticed how the city, they had encampments on City Hall. You see, they done shut it down. People was in tents, dogs, food, shit everywhere. People come to the city, hey, look at that, whoa, what's going on? Okay, so now y'all got this money from the Rams. You dig? If I'm not mistaken, y'all got over $250 million. And it's this little thing they got, not the city, but someone is doing. They building what's called tiny homes, and I know they everywhere in other cities also. Tiny homes. You could take $1 million fucking dollars of that Ram money, build a bunch of tiny homes. Now the city of St. Louis owned property in the city, vacant lots. Okay? Y'all own property in the city. Y'all done took control of property. It's a lot of vacant spaces. You can go down there any block in the city. Long as you don't go too far on the south side, you can go on the north side and see it for sure. And long as you're not down in that central corridor area, you find all the damn properties you want. And the city owned. The city could take $1 million, build a bunch of damn tiny homes, put those homeless people in those homes, especially the single homeless person out there. You could put 2 or 3 homes on one damn lot. You can incorporate those people back into the community. You can give them assistance for jobs. You can give them assistance for health care. That could be part of the process, part of the agreement. That you have, in order to get one of these homes, then you have to go into, get programs and go into these programs. You have to seek help. You can give them mental help. This shit is not really that hard when you got the money, Tashara. When you got the money, you see what it's really not that hard. You see what I'm saying? You got $250 million plus 250 plus. And you mean to tell me you can't take less than, what's that? Shit, I'm not really good in math, I'll be honest. Even though my wife might tell me I'm pretty good. But shit, I would think that's less than 0.10%. Something like that. I don't know. But the point of it is, you got the fucking funds to do shit like that. Y'all got a problem down there. That's a fucking easy solution. Instead of taking time out to threaten motherfuckers about taking away some funding for a program that already exists, why don't you take that time, write up something that has to do with something that's gonna move the needle forward, not backwards. See, because that's what you do. You moving it backwards. You see, that homeless situation is really not that tough to deal with. You see, and that also, like I say, applies to the county executive. You know, out here in the county, you all got over, what, 100 and something million, maybe even 200 million yourself. Right now, I just saw on the news about Clayco, a big name company, maybe even the Fortune 500 or so. I'm not sure. But Clayco has taken over Express Scripts building. Okay? And they got plans to do XYZ. But one of the first things that they asked for was a tax break for one of the poorest fucking communities in St. Louis, which is Berkeley. Okay? Now again, I'm born and raised in the city. Now I live in North County. So, and even when I was a kid, I was familiar with Berkeley, Kellogg, all of that out there. Used to go out there, had family out there. So, now, you take that area. You mean to tell me, Mr. County Executive, you gonna give Clayco a tax break? You and the Berkeley politicians are going to give Clayco a tax break. But for you all that's seeing this video, if you go back through my history, one of the first videos I ever posted, I rode through Kenlock, Berkeley neighborhood. And in this area, it's a stretch area, a particular block. It's so disgusting and overran with trash and mattresses that's stacked up 30 mattresses high. And I'm talking about this shit runs for a block and a half. And this shit goes, say it's on the street, start at the eaves away of the street. And you might go back 50 yards. That's how much trash is in this area. So now, y'all going to give Clayco a tax break. Okay, we already know that's how the game gonna go with you all. Y'all gonna give Clayco a tax break. But what I'm getting at is, why can't you either take some of that fucking Rams money, or in order for Clayco to get that tax break, since they going to be in that Berkeley and that Kenlock neighborhood, and Clayco, you want to be good citizens? I'm sure you want to be good citizens. Why don't you take a little bit of that money that you all are going to invest over there and go clean that fucking neighborhood up? Clean that, got all them damn mattresses up out of there. Cut that grass back. Make it look like a community. Because you're good citizens, correct? And you're good political leaders, correct? This shit is not hard when the money is there. It's real easy to tell the average nobody that you gotta budget, and when you only making fucking $7.25 an hour. See, the average nobody ain't sitting up there with 250 million fucking dollars trying to figure out what I can do, because they know it's a lot of shit that they can do to solve a lot of problems. Now, a lot of people may not agree with it. That's understandable. Especially those people that don't care about the neighborhood, that don't care about our community. You see what I'm saying? See, because just like it's a majority of black folks in them communities, Canlock, Berkeley. You see what I'm saying? Calverton Park. But I can guarantee you, it's a lot of white folks over there too. And they feel the same fucking way. See, St. Louis County, even in my neighborhood, every time you turn around, which is everywhere, they raise your property taxes up. They give tax breaks to these corporations. They raise your taxes. They say we don't change the minimum wage. We don't raise the minimum wage. But in the same process, they figured out to keep us down to a minimum wage. See, federal minimum wage may be $7.25. I believe that's what it is. It might have been, I've heard other things. So, different places, different things. I'll put it that way. But when in the grand scheme of things, you ain't making no more money if you are taxed out of that money. If I give you $10 and then I tax you 5 of those damn dollars back on property, you see, on food, on general shit, on sewer, on gas, on all of that bullshit, I tax that $5 back up out your ass. What you making? What can you save? What can you do? You gonna do the same shit you've been doing, struggling. That's what the politicians don't understand. See, when you negotiating some things, you gotta get some things. And the average person know that these corporations, the only thing they want is a tax break, a tax incentive for them and their investors. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's capitalism. Believe me, I'm down with it. I'm trying to hold every damn dollar I can. That's why I'm talking about it like I am right now. You see. But each and every one of them, they want that tax break. So when you in your negotiations with these folks, and you know you're going to give them, because you know you're giving them that tax break, because you want that company to come to the city, to that location, your city, your town. You want that there because you know that the employees, the money that they spend, you will gain. So The money that they get from that tax break, you know y'all gonna give that to them. So in your negotiations, like I said, for instance, in St. Louis County, Clayco want to do that deal, which has already been done. According to all the news reports, it's done. But don't you think if they just drove down Hanley Road a mile from that location and made a right turn, you know, over there behind Pepsi. Pepsi is another one. You know, behind Snooks. You know, right over there where those warehouses is on Hanley Road and Scudder. That area right over there. You know, that right there. All those corporations that get incentives, tax breaks, they get the incentives and the tax break. Clean that shit up. It's not that fucking hard. You know, that's good citizenship. Then you can solve some of that homeless problem. Because then St. Louis County can take, for instance, some of that Rams money. Maybe $1 million. Build a bunch of tiny fucking homes. Same thing. Put people in them. It's property all in St. Louis County. Unincorporated areas got plenty of vacant lots that the county owns. I'm not talking about that's owned by people. I'm talking about county property. Utilize that shit. You can put a bunch. It don't cost much to build no fucking tiny home. How big is the home? The home is no bigger than 20 by, say, what, 30? So you talking about 150 square feet? I told you my wife said I'm pretty cool with math. I don't know. But you talking about that. Or 160 square? That's all. That's not big home. That's not much material. You buy that shit at Home Depot and Lowe's. Shit. You can go, what's that other motherfucker with the 11% off? Menards. You can go to them. They give you a motherfucking 11% back. They got a bunch of motherfucking 2x4s up in that bitch. Plenty of goddamn lumber. But see, that ain't what y'all want to do. See, I was always told, real talk, show me a politician, that's a crook. That's a crook. See, because in that game, it's all about what are you getting up off of it. How does it benefit you? You see, how is it going to benefit the mayor of city of St. Louis? How is it going to benefit the county executive of St. Louis County? You see, this shit is not hard, man. Especially when you're talking about an issue like homelessness. Why do you think people are having mental issues? Because of shit like that. Because the powers that be that can help don't do the things and utilize the resources proper to give help. Y'all don't want to do that. That ain't the goal in this shit. That ain't your goal. Again, y'all can build homes, part of the thing of them having the ability to have one of those homes, they have to have get into programs to reincorporate them into the community. Why y'all want a little kid out there on the street? It's cold, man. This shit could be solved real easily. Real easy. Help them get jobs. They have to get work. It's a lot of work out here. It's a lot of people with mental issues that go to work every day. Hell, I do it. We all got trauma. And that's not to poo-poo on nobody's situation. What it is that when you do have the ability to help, then do it. Again, now, it's not that hard. It's too many ways to solve some easy problems. Y'all want to sit up and make the shit difficult because that's what politicians do. You know, I mean, I'm just average nobody. I don't know much of that shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't know about writing a bill. I don't know about making it law. I remember the cartoon back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You dig? I mean, I understand the concept of how you do it and everything, but I'm not no lawyer. You see? And that's the fucking problem. You see? A bunch of fucking lawyers running in government writing up shit that the average citizen don't even understand, and we'll sit up and say, okay, that's cool, whatever. Just toss your hands up. You see, everybody cool with it. You got motherfuckers who make family legacy out of being politicians. Family legacies, yeah. You see, and they run the same shit every time. They run the same shit every time. How is it benefiting them? See, because I done lied about the benefit for the people. I done lied. That's how I got in office. More than likely, I done lied about it because I ain't did nothing that really I said I was gonna do. Maybe a thing or two here. You see what I'm saying? But I really ain't did what I said I was gonna do. Or I get in that position just to jump ship real quick to get in another one because somebody whispered in my ear, hey, you'll do better if you go and run for this office. You ain't even been in that office a good length of time. And you said you wanted to make a difference. You made a difference. I give you that, yeah. You see, but that was a real quick difference making. Shit. When you saw an opportunity to go get that money somewhere else, you see, okay then. You see, Mr. Prosecutor of St. Louis County. You see, I ain't got no problem with you going, running out to try to take Congresswoman Bush job. I'm not a fan of hers for real either. I like some things that she does, but I just, that's what I got to say somewhat about her. You dig? Not to knock that sister. You dig? But she just really ain't. I like coffee. She not my cup of tea. And Mr. Bill, come on, bro. You see, I ain't saying you supposed to do what McCullough did, be in office for, till you're 100 years old, bro, or whatever the case. You see, but come on, man. You know, you ain't really gave yourself time enough to be making a change with the way law enforcement operates, especially in the prosecutor's office. You ain't even been there long enough to do that. Now you want to run and go jump on this idea of becoming a congressman, which is cool, I guess. You know, and like I say, you know, with Congresswoman Bush, I mean, you know, what I don't want to say much about that sister, bless her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she did do a good job. I'll put it that way. Because again, we gonna go there. You see, again, you represent Berkeley and Kenlock. You represent North County. You represent my area. Bellefonte neighbors. You get on TV and you know, you say like you fighting for people or whatever, and you against corporations dominating, I guess, and you against, you know, corporate greed or whatever. You for trying to push corporations to be good citizens. Why don't you call up these folks and tell them go clean up that fucking neighborhood, sister? You want to keep that job against Wesley Bell? That's a start. That's a start. Just my opinion. You see what I'm saying? You know. Another thing, you know, I want to talk about kind of is, you know, this law enforcement. You know, I done had a few run-ins. I was watching on TV. It's been another incident, you know, not here in here in St. Louis, a police involved shooting, you know. A lot of times, you know, these guys out here, they don't give a fuck about the police, so I understand. You know, hey, as a police officer, you gotta protect yourself. I got police officers that's family members, and I also got friends that's police officers. One of the interviews that I did on this podcast, one of the first is with a Sergeant Locke. He's from one of the local municipalities here in St. Louis County. I won't tell you which one. He's a good guy though, you know, and we talked about procedures and stuff like that and how to interact with the police so you can get to the crib. You know, we done had too many of them incidents where someone done got shot, executed, and then the narrative come out that it was all legit for some reason. You know, the story, this person, they find all the bad information on the person who was shot, but they won't dig into the police officer's record. You know, the media won't do it. For sure, the prosecutor don't do it because they work hand, you know, left hand, right hand deal with them. Prosecutor and the police, they work together more than likely. So check out that interview, especially if you got a young black son. You see what I'm saying? And for the black brothers out there, check out the interview because for real, Sergeant Lott is giving some, you know, gem of some information because he wants you to make it to the crib. You see, over here, that's what we trying to do, man. We trying to make sure once we walk out our door, our plan is to come back in our house. You see, we got people that love us. We got people that want to see us. So check out that interview. Pretty cool. Most recently, before I get off here, I just, posted an interview that my son KDT did with one Myro. He's a local artist from St. Louis. He's streaming some numbers that's pretty good. He got some really fire music. You see, this is old head telling you that the boy got some fire music for real. Beats are banging, lyrics are hot. So check it out. But then we also got coming up, I'm going to be putting up the interview with Mike J's. He's another local artist. Fire. Check it out. You see, so I've also posted his video on our channel. But check it out. And we got some more people coming up. I'm hoping to get some people on the show, even if we do it by Skype or something on that level. Some real people, some hitters. I ain't gonna tell you who it is because of the fact I gotta make sure we get them. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm telling you, they gonna blow your mind. When I tell you they gonna blow your mind, dude. So again, check that his stuff coming up in the future. Plus we got some other little things that's gonna tweak this little station. I hope y'all enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? If you want to get on this podcast, if you're an artist, if you're a business owner, if you're a politician and want to shoot the breeze, if you want to get on and talk a little bit of religion, you see, although I'm with that too. See, because I'm one of those that's more spiritual than religious, I can guarantee you that. But I don't knock anybody. But if you want to get on this show, all you got to do is hit me up. Hit me at 314-306-0403, or you can hit me at Keith Taylor, KT6 at gmail.com, or you can hit me on YouTube at @UTV5722, or you can hit me on Facebook at @UCommunications. Again, hit the like, hit the share, hit the comment, subscribe, hit that notification so when a new post come up, y'all get notified. I'm telling you, we finna have some bomb shit come through here. That's a promise. We coming out the gate hard, for real.